There we go. Hello, gamers. Can you fear it in the air tonight? Because I can. Because I'm here to play F.E.A.R. Otherwise known, I think more popularly known, most people like to say the full thing. They like to say First Encounter Assault Reconnaissance, which is what F.E.A.R. stands for. You can see it on the screen. You can hear the spooky vibes from the main menu music. This game, not as good in the main menu music as Clive Barker's Undying, I don't think. But pretty good. Burned into my memory because I played the shit out of F.E.A.R. when I was younger. And I saw this menu a lot. Played a lot of F.E.A.R. I liked F.E.A.R. a lot. It was one of, I think, the first big first-person shooters I ever owned on a console. Not on a console, in fact, on PC. And it was like very much like, oh, I'm going to play a PC game. And also, another ritual from my ancient times, because I did not have a computer graphics card that was any good at anything, like rendering 3D models or lighting or specular effects or VSync or resolution. So I would mess with the performance in this game all the fucking time to try and see if it would run okay. It never did, because I had a crappy computer and my parents' bottom floor, not quite basement, but kind of sub level. They had a basement below that, but then that room was like half underground. And I would do this all the time to try and see if the game would run. I didn't. Well, I did. I got through this game. And it would always look like this. I'll say this right off the bat. This lighting holds up. Like the lighting in F.E.A.R. was a big selling point at the time. That was like a big thing they talked up like mad. And those are some really, really dark shadows. Like, not since Tokiyami? What's this? Is that his name? From My Hero Academia? That guy? Yeah. He's got an ability called Dark Shadow, and these are some dark shadows. I don't know how, I literally can't tell what the frame rate is on this. Might be that the refresh rate on the game is not very good, because it was before games had good refresh rates. It was like from 2003, I think. Oh,
Hello?
right. Hello?
Hello.
Is that Merit K?
Yeah, am I really quiet?
Not to me.
Okay. I set up a new mic, so.
Oh. Finally got rid of Wazowski.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, by the way. Okay.
Ooh.
FPS, minimum 23, average 25, maximum 25. That doesn't make sense. Okay. I'm terrified of messing with this game too much because I'm afraid I'm going to break it.
Oh my God. Okay, so F.E.A.R. came out in my first year of college, and yeah, let me know if the levels are if I need to crank myself up, just because this is a different kind of mic.
Oh.
So but yeah, so F.E.A.R. came out the first year I was in college, and like that was the first year I really had a gaming computer. I'll turn myself up.
Okay.
And
Hello?
yeah,
Oh,
hello? Hey.
hi.
So the thing was though that I bought like a gaming laptop when I started college, and then basically everything that came out like that spring was just slightly too intense for that computer to handle.
No.
So like Oblivion and F.E.A.R. and a bunch of other
Yeah.
stuff hot on the mic. Okay, how's that?
That is
Better?
good to me.
Sounds like you were my computer. This is good. Okay.
Let's see what happens if I do
Yeah.
this.
Um, so yeah, I definitely played F.E.A.R. I played through F.E.A.R. and but it was kind of janky, and I had to play it at like lower settings.
That was pretty much exactly what I was just describing too. I also played it on kind of janky lower settings and would mess around with the little graphical frame rate test over and over again to see if I could get the game running. Like I'm doing now, which is actually making me wonder, maybe this game was just kind of a dog. Like, maybe this game was just not really well optimized.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit it again. How you doing, Merritt?
I'm okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
just been catching up on our shows and working on next week's show. And chat is not on screen,
There we
apparently.
go.
Are
I
you
have
able
so I
to
have
share this or no?
hmm.
Are you able to put this in Discord or will Fear get sick?
Let's find out. There's only one way to find out, you know? Much
Only
like
one way to find it.
the first encounter assault recon team, we have to explore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oops.
It is.
I have to have the window focused or the game just like pauses. It just stops.
It says the stream you're viewing has reduced. Oh no, it's gone. Okay. What's the frame rate on this guy?
This after I finished this test, it said frame rate is 25, which is very funny to me.
This is the test.
This is the graphical performance test. That I used to run over and over and over when I played this game.
Can you not just crank the frame rate to 60?
There's no option for like just set a refresh rate or anything.
What?
Nope, there's nothing.
Yeah, Fear is like kind of a horror game, but also just an FPS with like bullet time, basically.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's cool. It's very cool.
It was very cool at the time. It was weird. It was a weird game to exist, period.
And then they made like 2 more.
They did.
Also, this game had multiplayer, I think.
It did. I played some of that multiplayer. This is
we parasocially bullied Xenophon into buying Wilderness.
Oh, good. I'll bully anyone into that.
Yeah. Buy it, you won't.
This game is... I think it's starting to run worse. I don't know how that's possible. This is so funny to me.
It doesn't understand. The numbers on your computer are too big.
It might literally be that, to a certain degree.
I don't understand. How can it be so high?
All right, what if I... Okay. Here, how about this? I am reliving 2003 right now through this. Okay. Click all the way through, because again, another thing that games from this era that I'm discovering used to do that was very fun is they don't like let you slide and toggle through different resolutions. You just have to keep clicking. And then if you overshoot, you fuck it up. Well, that didn't work. I'm going to try restarting the game and see if that... Because it is definitely getting worse, and it's very funny to me. Oh, and it's just... Okay, it's just not taking my commands anymore. It's stopped obeying. Okay. Let's try it again, Fear.
It's not listening. Become self-aware.
Much like Alma.
The man is here.
Oh, no.
The man's here.
Which man?
05 or 06?
05?
Oh.
05, yeah. That's what it says down there.
So that was like not even 6 months after I got that computer. I mean, it was a laptop. It was a gaming laptop in 2005. So like, you know.
I also remember this game, just like I said, being at the time a real resource hog. It was just like, it did not run well. And time has not been kind to it, maybe.
Perhaps.
Okay, now it's running at 1,000,000 frames a second, which is also very fun to me. Okay, all right.
It's like how if you try to run an old DOS game, it would just like the frame rate would be like unlocked. So it would just be going like as fast as your processor could go, which would mean like far too fast. And like things would just scroll by without you even being able to tell what was happening.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like that's very funny, but
not ideal.
Not ideal.
Back in the thing.
Yeah. I'll try.
Not?
I'll try. Let's see what happens.
If you can't, that's fine. Just watch the stream.
That's true. But you need the full F.E.A.R experience.
Now, I will say it is a small part of the stream box now.
Yep. It just... Some of the resolutions do that, and it doesn't tell me which ones are going to do that before I click them. So I'm just kind of like hitting them at random. See, that one... It's very...
Okay. That's good. That's good.
That's
like
yeah.
Okay, here's the thing, though. This game, very scary, but if it's very small... it can't scare us.
That's true. That's a good point.
The scary girl will be really small, and we'll all be safe.
So before, literally on stream in front of everyone, this was working, and now sometimes when I click a resolution, it just says no, 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 no. That's not the one that you want.
You can't. You can't.
No, thank you.
Can't or won't fear.
Well, we might just have to deal with not a widescreen game, honestly.
That's fine. It just as long as you like center it or whatever.
Yeah, I will just center it. We made do on Clive Barker's Undying as well, so.
Yeah, I noticed I got, and I like your little ghosts, little spooky eyes,
Thank you.
and you got some skeletons up there.
Yeah. I found those boys by searching PSN Avatar Ghosts, and those are the ghosts that came up.
They look like the share zone.
So does every single PSN avatar.
God, does PS5 let you have like backgrounds or no?
I don't think so, actually.
Oh, that's like a lost cultural bounty.
Yeah, it's a lost
'Cause,
art.
man, there were a lot of those, and a lot of them were just anime girl or like skeletons.
Uh-huh.
The two things you can be.
They still do the avatars, and the avatars are still a lot of that.
Oh, okay.
Because those are just tied to your like PSN account. All
Right.
Streamlabs, I'll just center this on Streamlabs.
Indigo Prophecy was September, Fear was October, Condemn was November. Wow. It's no wonder I get all these games confused. They all came out like in the same month. Yeah, Skeletons. Yeah.
Skeletons.
Skeletons.
Don't you remember?
I feel like, yeah, Xbox 360, PS3 era was just like, what if we just made horror action games?
Mm-hmm. And they all ran in the Unreal 3 engine, so they all look identical.
Yeah.
Like this and Doom 3 and Condemned all have like the same type of dude.
Right, yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to... This is going to be good enough for resolution. I'm just going to recenter it and see how it goes. I'm playing the GOG Galaxy version of F.E.A.R, the F.E.A.R Platinum, I think is what it's called. So I assumed that would be the best version to play because it's like the Gold Edition re-release. There we go.
You assumed wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. A lot of these games just like... Because also a thing with these games is nobody cares about them except for like us. So
Right.
nobody has done any work to make them run.
Yeah.
Well, we're entering a situation. A high-level alert has been issued. Mission F.E.A.R team is to report for emergency briefing on the situation. You have just been... Well...
When did we as gamers decide that platinum is better than gold? I think that was the record industry
Yeah.
that did it. Yeah. The main character is just Point Man. Yeah, you don't get a
Point
name.
Man, yeah. I think... Because he comes back in 3, I think. You don't play as him in 2. But 3 is like a co-op game where you're playing as, I think, him and Paxton Vettel.
Yes. Yeah. Right. You can't buy the first F.E.A.R game itself on Steam. It's only available by the bundle. Interesting.
Yeah. That's another weird thing about games from this era. It's just like the way that you actually can purchase them is often strange. Or a lot of these games you can like get the sequel, but the first game will just not exist anywhere, or vice versa. This intro is burned into my brain though.
It's the man.
Blackjack Attack asks, when do we get the co-op F.E.A.R 3 stream? I think you mean for 3-er.
The 3-er.
Yeah, it is the man. That's Paxton Vettel. Is platinum not rarer than gold? Yeah, I suppose so.
Oh, D&D lied to us? Gold is more expensive than platinum?
Huh.
I mean, that makes sense because, like, you don't hear people talking about putting their money into platinum
That's true.
very often. It's mostly gold. Oh, shit. Everyone in this game kind of looks like they're made of plasticine
Yep. That's
because
the
that
that's
was the
the
style at the time.
yeah. Oh, it's not the Unreal Engine 3. It's the Doom 3 engine, is what it is, I think.
Oh yeah.
Because that was like people. I mean, now it's Unity versus Unreal, but at the time it was very much like id Tech versus
Mm-hmm.
Unreal.
Yeah, this does look a lot like Doom 3.
Mm-hmm.
Alexi says, what do you even do with platinum? I think you mostly make like medical grade stuff
Mm-hmm.
out of it. I think it's like a
This,
sterile metal. Also, he's eating that man.
yeah, he's just kind of a cannibal, and I don't think they ever explain that. They like never come back
Huh.
to that.
So like we're not gonna talk about how he's like eating people. If you're today, I'd be like, did he just eat that guy?
Uh-huh. Joss Whedon's first encounter assault recon.
They eat people now.
They
They
eat
eat
people
people
now.
now.
I will say, I also, maybe the game, when I restarted it, reset it, so maybe this is not actually the case anymore, but when I started this game, I did set the UI to large, and these are the these are the large subtitles.
Wow. Yeah, those are unreadable.
Uh-huh.
I mean, if I made it full screen, maybe I could see it.
Oh. Yeah. Property of Airmacam Technology. Ah, I forgot about this guy.
If it were me, I simply wouldn't name my organization Fear.
Well,
Or maybe I would. Maybe that's good. Like, keep people scared of it.
yeah, you strike fear into the hearts of your
What
enemies.
are they supposed to just be like a CIA or FBI or something? Or
They said at the start, it was like a brief thing, like they're a new organization. They're very small, I think.
okay, are they specifically haunting the spookums and skeletons, or are they?
No, I think that's just I think their name just ends up being a coincidence.
Okay, of course.
I think they just deal with like weird threats. Like
Mm.
it's kind of like. Did you ever read the Dresden Files?
No, but I'm like vaguely aware of them.
Okay. It's like in those books, there's a cop lady who is like part of a group of the police that where they're like called special investigations, where like on the books it doesn't say anything, like it's just like special investigations. They investigate stuff, but like everybody just kind of has an unwritten agreement that like, oh, if anything fucking weird happens, we throw it at these people.
Mm. Oh, it's the man. He looks kind of like Nick Cage.
He does.
Nick Cage should play him in the movie, in the hot new Fear adaptation film,
Yeah, they're definitely going to make that. Oh,
right?
do you think that they will try to reboot Fear at some point?
At some point, maybe. I don't know. Like it did pretty well, right?
I mean, they made 3 of them.
They made 3 of them. Listen, folks, they made 3 of them.
LMC Klug accurately describing the events of the second Dresden Files book. These people get attacked by wolves in the middle of Chicago. Throw it to special investigations.
Not like the fucking, not like animal control.
Nope. They were
Not like
werewolves.
a zoo.
You might be able to guess, Mary, that they were werewolves.
Were they? Oh, they were werewolves.
I'm playing Fear tonight
Oh god. The slow motion.
Hardship Troopers. Break the loose boards. Okay, it says break the boards. Does not tell me what the melee button is though. Okay. It's right click. Why is it right click?
A pretty short game if memory serves.
Oh, is it? I don't remember.
Well, we'll see.
Walk unassigned. Okay. Interaction, movement, inventory, interaction, melee. Is there no zoom? There is a zoom. It's
Remember
shift
how
for some reason.
the older Hitman games? I don't think they still do this because it was really annoying. But like, if you ran anywhere, people would be like, "Hey, why is that guy running everywhere?" Because like,
Oh, yeah.
no one runs in because that's completely deranged. Like, and so you had to walk everywhere, but it felt so slow, even though
Yeah.
that's like how fast you should be going.
Oh my god. This? Okay, mouse button 2. That'll do me. That'll do just fine. Okay, now we're in business. Oh, this game just does not want to run well.
Maybe you just need a beefier rig.
Yeah, what if I just had a beefier rig to play this game from 2005?
Yeah.
I remember the drop kicks in this game looking much cooler than
Yeah.
this.
I mean, you kind of do like a weird. Yeah.
Does he use both feet?
Yeah, you do like kind of like a bicycle kick, Liu Kang style kind of thing.
Oh my god, why?
It's cool. Yeah, no, shooting people in this game is dumb. Kicking people fucking rules. You just kick everyone.
My punches have the power of kicks now. You can open up to me. What?
It's like a funny joke.
Oh. So did you beat this game?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I was pretty spooked by the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty scared.
Oh, your flashlight has a battery. Forgot about that. Yeah, Oh.
No, go ahead.
I played this first one a million times, and then I played the sequel, I think, just exactly once. Oh, right! You can find permanent health upgrades. There's like a weird, like, almost RPG system to this.
Oh, interesting.
I remember playing the second one. I never played any of the expansions, because this game was, like, rotten with expansions, if I remember.
That sounds right.
Whoa! JPEG!
Oh, whoa! They're putting JPEGs on screen? Too scary.
Can't trust them.
Too scary.
Why did you bring me here? This is also, like, the brightest this game is ever at. I did like, in F.E.A.R 2, I feel like F.E.A.R 2 was, like, much more shootery and, like, less... Because you were, like, out in the open and, like, walking down city streets at times in F.E.A.R 2, and, like, there's parts where you pilot a mech.
Oh, wow.
And I didn't love that game as much, but I do remember thinking F.E.A.R 2 was kind of cool in this sort of J-horror type way of just, like, oh... weird ghosts and monsters can just, like, one day start running around out in public, and people will see them and know that they're there, and you're just fucked anyway.
But if you have gun...
But if you have gun...
If you have gun, you can watch this man disappear.
Oh shit, he turned into Piscetti.
He became Piscetti and meatballs. Oh
Nikki
no.
asked if this is Half-Life.
This, I'm pretty sure, is Half-Life Episode 3.
Yeah? Welcome back.
Oh, that guy got... something happened. Is he okay? Is that guy okay?
Let's find out. I didn't phase him, so...
So your means of determining whether or not someone is okay is... do they respond
To bullet.
to bullet?
I mean, if he was alive, he would have said, ouch.
That's true. I can't fault that logic. Hey, how come his... my guy, how come half of your fucking jaw is missing?
Did Paxton eat exactly one cheek?
Cheek meat, delicious.
Oh, this game definitely has a memory leak.
Oh, jeez.
So I think that was maybe what was happening with the frame rate. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
No, nothing.
Oh, were you gonna reference the man who walked past?
Yeah, what was that guy all about?
I don't know, but I bet we'll find out pretty quickly if I just go around this corner. I'm sure I can go stop him. Let's go stop Paxton Vettel. We can take... Oh!
Yeah, see? Short game, like I said. He just fucking kills you in 10 minutes. And everyone was like, but you couldn't get Steam refunds at this point. So
You couldn't get Steam refunds, yeah. Also, he has this one fucking vein down the exact center of his forehead in a way that's very disconcerting.
yeah, hey, it's getting sick.
They all deserve to die. That line, it makes no difference. That delivery has been stuck in my brain for like 20 years, or I guess 15.
Huh?
And I'm just now remembering where that's from, because it's from this.
Oh.
Because I've thought about, like, that's just one of those things that's just, like, in your head, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's try this again. Let's try rebooting and see how far we get this time. I'm bummed that this game doesn't run on modern stuff. By the looks of it,
It's weird.
because again, it was such a weird like technical showpiece at the time.
Mm-hmm.
People are saying that the audio is quiet. Yeah, I just had the audio turned down around here, so let's turn it up to about here. See what happens. See, it starts off. Yeah, no, that's a video
Played
game.
in like 10-minute bursts.
It's kind of how I did it back
It's
then.
an incredibly aggressive, like, hey, make sure to take a break.
Oh my
system.
god. Yeah, it's Nintendo's First Encounter Assault Recon.
Mm-hmm. In First Encounter Assault Recon, you'll track the maniac Paxton Fettel, but be sure to take breaks every 15 minutes.
Log in again tomorrow morning to unlock new levels in First Encounter Assault Recon.
Or pay $5 to see the new content now.
Oh no.
Get a rare Paxton Fettel
Oh.
by downloading today.
Do you okay. This is a Warner Brothers game.
Back already? See anything?
Do you think
It is? Okay.
that it's Monolith.
You boys run along. I'll be busy here for a while.
The original one was Monolith, so like they're the folks that made they would after this go on to make Middle Earth Shadow of Mordor.
Yeah.
Oh, Zednot in the chat says that there are, I didn't even think to look, but there are apparently fan patches for this game that fix it.
That makes sense.
These men are from F.E.A.R. They're special attachments to our unit for the duration of this op. They will be on point. Their mission is to assess the nature of the threat. Our job is to keep them alive. Do not engage the enemy. Remember that we are not dealing with ordinary bad guys. Team 1 will move in from the southwest.
So the plot, if people have missed it because of the incredibly tiny subtitles,
We'll rendezvous and wait for further orders.
um,
Okay, let's saddle up.
basically Paxton Vettel is like some kind of weird, scary man who was like in prison in this arms dealer place, and they had a bunch of clone soldiers, and everybody's kind of just chill with the fact that this company is cloning soldiers. And he used his psychic powers that he has, because he does, to take control of all the clone soldiers, and is using them to do bad things that we're not certain about yet. Oishi says, "These men are from F.E.A.R." is a very funny line. It's very true. But yeah, this is one of the things about this game that is so weird, is it was just like, they wanted to make a horror game, but also it's just like, let's go fuck shit up! Like, we're big, beefy military guys! And it created this kind of like weird and interesting dynamic, I feel like. Like, it's got a vibe to it that no other games really do. There has to be a... Oh, hey. Okay. So I bring up weapons and stuff. Is this just how fast the guy runs?
Very slowly.
Yeah. Huh. Where is the gate control? Now, Merritt, with your encyclopedic knowledge of the F.E.A.R franchise,
Mm-hmm.
do you remember where this gate control is?
Fuck no.
Oh, okay. Well, you're right. This was a short game. Why does my man walk like this too? He sounds so. It's just like so. His like walking without rhythm, so that he doesn't disturb the worm.
He doesn't attract the worm. He's just trying not to attract the worm. Like, you can give him a break.
I suppose. My guy. Hey, do you know? Do you know? Well. Oh, there we go. I guess he wouldn't know because he has an empty head.
Mm.
Get it?
Mm. Love it. Love it. Love this. Great stuff.
Oh, I think that's slow-mo. Yeah. Ooh. I think those are like the only two upgrades you get in this game are longer slow-mo and more health.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I was also zoomed in. That's part of why I was walking so slow.
I want to see you jump kick someone.
Yeah, there's not like they don't really hit you with the combat super early, huh?
No.
I remember this game being like really fast and furious.
I mean, later on you have to fight like robots and stuff.
Yeah,
It's
they
like
get wild.
Folks magazine.
Folks magazine with that's Chris Hemsworth. He's playing the new hit Marvel character Longo.
Longo. Now, who do you think who's stronger? I know you're like a big Marvel, like you know like a lot about the comics and stuff. So like Longo or Kingo, like who is stronger?
Longo or Kingo? It's a good question. You know, I think with Longo, it's one of those situations where like how Iceman is technically one of the strongest mutants in the world because he could just cause an ice age. You know, if he like used his powers to his full extent, Longo would win.
I see. And what are those powers?
Longo gets really, really, really long. Like not stretchy like
Yeah.
Mr. Fantastic.
See.
Just long. Just very long.
Okay. So, and you know, like everyone's like, oh, that's a really like weak superpower. But if you think about it, if you became long enough, you would, you know, travel through time
Yeah, exactly.
or something.
Because time and space are the same thing. So if
The
you
same
just like
thing.
went long enough,
You could observe the entire universe.
you just tell the future and nobody could ever beat you.
Yeah.
You'd just be like, haha, I already activated it 20 minutes ago. What do you think I am? Some kind of Republic serial villain?
Now, who just joined?
He's called Longo because he's long?
Yeah, of
LB,
course.
you're very quiet.
He's called Longo because he's long?
I
mean,
heard
yeah,
you.
why else would he be called Longo?
I don't know. I thought it was something.
Longo's is like a grocery store chain too, isn't it?
Is it?
Maybe a
I thought it was
Canadian
like a
one.
horny caveman sound like Unga Bunga.
I mean, it might be.
Is that one of the
Whoa! What are what?
what is
Oh,
Longo?
are you okay? So, LB, you might have missed a little bit of the show.
I did. I missed. I'll just go back and watch the VOD. I'm sorry. You don't need to retread.
No, it's okay. It was literally 5 seconds ago. We found a magazine on a counter that had a picture of a man who looked like Chris Hemsworth, and it was called the magazine was called Folks Magazine, and the caption just said "Longo."
You know. And so I made kind of like a fun joke about, you know, how everyone's like really into Kingo.
Oh,
favorite
Kingo. So
character.
okay, when I heard you talking about Longo, I'm like, that's the guy everyone's talking about. That's the character everyone's talking about, and his power is that he's long. That's so
Yeah.
stupid.
No,
That's not real. That was a joke you
No,
said.
we made that up.
It's Kingo.
Okay. See, the thing is, when I hear Steven talk about like a superhero thing, my ears immediately perk up. I'm like, this is true.
Yeah.
Of course.
Automatically. I just assume
Now-
whatever it is very true.
So that movie looks bad, huh?
It looks terrible.
Like, you had a really great thread last night, actually, about how, like, the early Spider-Man movies and some of the earlier Marvel movies were pretty good about, like, doing the most basic superhero things of, like, hello, Spider-Man. Like,
Yeah.
would you want to save your family or your girlfriend? And, like, they just don't anymore.
They just
like,
don't.
They just stand at each other and fight.
Mm-hmm.
And then like they just like vaporize the bus in this one or something.
He turns
There
it
are
into
people on it.
flowers, and there's I think the bus driver comes out of the flowers like, oh, I'm
Oh.
safe. But like the rest of the bus, presumably that just means the bus was empty, which is an insane
Oh.
thing to have happen.
It's really weird.
It's like the bus is gonna hit a kid or something, and then he turns it into flowers before it can hit a kid.
Oh right, yeah. Kingo.
Kingo, why would you do that?
Kingo.
Unlike
that's
Mr.
nice.
Fantastic, whose mass stays the same, Longo gains mass as he lengthens, ultimately
Exactly.
becoming so dense he becomes a black hole.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You got it.
I really
That's
like
how
this
Kingo
menu
works.
screen.
This menu, I'm talking about things about this game that are burned into my brain. This menu is one of them.
It's very
Mhm.
nice.
That
Wum, 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 wum,
I was
wum.
just doing some very questionable graphic design for a secret thing
Yeah.
that's happening soon. And this is very inspiring to me. I wish I could do a graphic design this good.
Oh no. Longo. The game's trying to render too much Longo.
Too much longer.
I love that this is just like a new fucking this is just a new level of difficulty. This is like I put it on medium earlier, but what people didn't know is that I was also playing on Platinum Man, which is kind of like Iron Man, except instead of where you die, you restart with one save. It just has to restart the entire game every 5 minutes.
I think we could put together like another like F tier Marvel team.
Oh
We've
yeah,
got Longo, we've got Platinum Man.
Platinum Man.
Platinum Man.
That's 2 guys already.
I'm playing Destiny right now, and there's a guy called the Headless One.
Ooh,
That's a thing.
What if he-
I feel like.
That's good.
he was just headless.
He just has no head. These guys do have heads though, which is fucked up. Like that's kind of appropriation.
So,
Yeah.
no head?
So no head.
So no head. Fuck.
Don't call yourself a headless one, then have a pumpkin for a head. Like that's not.
That's not real.
That is a head. You know. Yeah, kick him. Kick him. Kick
I'm
him.
trying.
So, why are you killing all these men?
They're clones, so they don't count. They don't have souls.
They're not real. They don't have souls. Yeah, God didn't put souls in them.
Why didn't the kick work? Okay, does the kick only work with a pistol? Well, whoa, that worked. Oh, okay. I found the fucking roundhouse kick. Ah!
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, you just jump all and tackle stationary, I think. Oh yeah. Kick
Can you
in.
drink this soda?
Let's find out. Fizzy cola.
The first person game that I saw where you could drink a soda, I lost my fucking shit. Like I was like, this is the future of video. Yeah, breakdown. Exactly what
Yeah.
that game was like not good, but you drank a soda in first person, which was at the time seemed really cool, I guess.
Totally.
To me, it still seems cool. I have the permanent eyes of a child.
Oh! You were killed. I tried to shoot the grenade out of the air.
Did it blow up and kill you?
I think so.
Damn.
So you gotta be careful with grenades.
That is why you have to be careful with grenades,
Yeah,
LB.
you're
That's
not
so
good.
true.
Please
That's-
join
we
us for future grenade safety streams.
The grenade's locked in like a locked container, you know? Because otherwise your
Never
kids are
open
gonna...
it.
You put
Yeah.
the green yuck sticker on all your grenades. Don't let your kids find them. Use child safety locks.
Yeah, on your grenades.
On your grenades, on every pin.
I have to say, like, child safety caps have really upped their game in technology
They're
since I was a kid.
terrible.
Longshoreman. This is a good magazine.
I love this magazine. I'm
Um,
going to express it by the only way I know how, through violence.
In Canada, like when you buy weed, everything comes in like these like really annoying childproof bags, and it's like, dude, like, I guess for edibles that kind of makes sense, but it's like so much wasteful packaging. But like for just like weed itself, it's like, alcohol just comes in like you could open alcohol bottles if you're a kid. If anything, it's harder to use weed because you have to smoke it. Like you have to roll it and stuff. You can't just like drink it straight from the bottle. If you eat it,
Yeah.
you're not gonna. That's gonna happen.
Oh. Oh. That work?
Are those now, are you actually destroying parts of the wall, or are those decals?
I think those are just decals. I don't know that this one has destructible environments. I do remember this game having like a lot of interesting, like, not destructible environments necessarily, but a lot of stuff where enemies would like walk up to like this, like a desk or like a filing cabinet, and they would like pick it up and like throw it on the ground and use it as cover.
Oh, cool.
Like this game was, they were really, really talking up the tech of this game. Like it was like the lighting is incredible, the AI, like they'll know if you have your flashlight on.
Graphics.
The graphics, the blood is so realistic.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah. This guy knows.
Damn.
Yeah, it's the only way to make sure,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, body armor. Dictionary.
Oh, I mean, you should be able to use the dictionary as body armor too.
That's true. Yeah, it should give you like 3
Yeah.
points.
Just like,
Wildermyth would let you use it.
It would.
God.
Ah, dual wielding!
Oh yeah, this is the height of
Fuck
cool
yeah.
in 2005.
Oh, yeah. Oh, fucking bullet time and dual wielding
Dual
pistols?
wielding.
Yeah.
Fucking cool. They just disappear.
No, they're there. There's just a lot of smoke.
Oh, okay.
If
Oh,
you shoot
yeah.
somebody with one gun, they die, but if you shoot them with 2 guns, they disappear. That's just
Mm.
physics.
Oh yeah.
It's like Stargate SG-1.
So cool though. Two gun. Like, remember when this was just like the fucking coolest thing in the world?
Yeah, this was
I
gaming.
mean, this is like this is Matrix shit, right? Like, when did Reloaded and Revolutions both came out in 2005, right?
I don't know about the two sequels.
2004,
2004? That would make sense.
2004 or 2005.
One of them came out when I was earlier than that, when I was in middle school.
Really?
Yeah, the
They
second
came out
one.
the same year, didn't
No
they?
way.
Yeah, it came out in 2000. Then it would have been late 2003 or something, or not late. It would have been like early 2003 because a kid invited me to his birthday
Yeah.
party.
Okay. Yeah. Matrix Reloaded 2003 and Matrix Revolutions, I guess, was 2004.
Huh.
Knew it.
But that makes sense because this game would have been in development probably for a large chunk of that time.
Yeah.
What was that? That face.
Oh, the face?
Yeah, whose face was that?
So I'm hunting a cannibal, a psychic cannibal named
Oh.
Paxton Vettel. I think that was
I
him.
love psychic cannibals. That's my favorite kind.
Yeah.
Actual cannibal Paxton Battle.
Remember No, not Pulse. Cell by Stephen King? That had psychic cannibals in it.
Was that the one where the cell phone about too much,
Cell phone, but too much, yeah.
and then everyone turned into phone zombie?
Everyone turned into phone zombie, but then the
See,
phones.
he was ahead of the curve on that one because that
Kind
was
of.
like early 2000s,
Oh yeah, I read it when it was in like high school.
way before people were like, way before like Black Mirror or anything was like too much phone.
Oh, 100%, yeah. It was like, I mean, Cairo was probably out by then.
What's that?
What's up?
What's that?
It's Cairo, right? Like that's the Japanese horror movie about evil phones.
Oh,
Oh
it's also called Pulse though, or Cell, isn't it?
Yeah, the American version is called Pulse, I believe.
Oh, okay.
They did make a. It is one of those classic Japanese horror movies that got American remake that wasn't very good.
Whoa, you explode.
Little
The
baby.
Japanese movie Pulse is very good. It's about ghosts.
Yes.
Is that the fire kid from MGS5? Fuck, I hated that kid so much.
He's alive.
But there was a kid? I thought the fire person was the bad guy from 3.
I don't know how he survived.
No, the fire guy was... Oh, sorry, yeah, the kid is Psycho Mantis and the fire guy is from 3.
Yeah.
Like the guy, the man.
Can't send him in alone. That's crazy.
Yeah, Volgan. That's his name.
Volgan. Colonel Volgan.
People have really wacky names in video games, huh?
Colonel
Yeah.
Volgan.
Nobody's ever just named like
Dan. Well, no, actually there is a guy named Dan, but he's a joke character.
Yeah.
So that proves the point.
That's a good... That is... Yeah, that does prove the point.
Did you
Yeah.
see Kojima the other day saying do you have any like science fiction books you like? I used to think everything was really good when I was a kid.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I thought everything was amazing.
That's true.
I just like that piece of information because he does seem like somebody who still thinks everything's amazing.
Oh,
based on
yeah.
his RTs.
Oh, yeah. He's just constantly talking about, I saw this movie and it's fantastic. I saw this movie and it's fantastic. I used to think that, though. I definitely when you're a kid, basically everything is the coolest thing you've ever seen.
Well, it's because it is often because you've seen so little.
Yeah,
That's
And
true.
if something seems bad as a kid, in my experience at least, I was just like, well, I just must not understand this.
Oh, I'm just bad at the game.
You can't accept that there are just poorly made things.
Mm-hmm.
Or like you don't understand really that things were like made like by people.
Yeah.
Right? So you're like, oh no, they just fucked up on this.
People in chat talking about good horror movies because they haven't seen any good horror movies lately. Curious if anybody's got any recs. I would love a horror movie rec. Oh, I could watch Rec. No.
I've been watching like a bunch of old Hammer Studios movies.
Ooh.
Those are fun. They're not like scary really, but they're very vibes. I'm a big fan of like that kind of 60s era for just Halloween vibes.
Yeah.
Because I like watching horror movies all year round, but like in the Halloween season, I like to get all like, ooh, that's spooky scary.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, Frankenstein's lab.
Working in my lab late one night.
Yeah. So I like things that feel that way.
Whoa.
Good.
Trick or Treat is really good.
Really good. Not to be confused with Trick or Treat, which is a different movie about an evil rock band.
Oh.
Ooh, I love it when there's an evil rock band.
Or is it called Trick or Treat?
The anthology movie's called Trick or Treat.
Yeah.
Apostrophe R apostrophe.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, Trick or Treat is 1986, and it's about a teenager who is haunted by the ghost of his rock hero,
Oh, I know that movie.
Sammy Kerr.
I want to see. Speaking of the Hammer horror movies, I've talked about this. Oh, I've talked about this a couple times, but I really want to watch some more martial arts movies. And the last Hammer Dracula film is like a co-production with like a Chinese martial arts movie studio, where it's like
Really?
Dracula versus 5 like martial artists from China.
Sounds so good.
That's very cool.
Sorry, folks.
Now, do they use some kind of technique to sort of like channel the sun in their breath
What?
into
Into what?
attacks like, to kill vampires?
I've not seen the movie yet, actually, so I'm not sure. Maybe
So they might do Hamon.
they might do Hamon. There's also there's like a whole subsection of like martial arts vampire movies. And one of the first big ones is a movie called Mr. Vampire that I really want to see, because it's all like the Chinese hopping vampires.
Hello, I'm Mr. Vampire. Oh yeah, yeah, those guys.
They have a name. I just cannot remember what it
They
is.
do.
I need to watch.
Famously.
I need to watch The Legend of the Seven Golden Vampires. This looks so fucking good.
Doesn't
And
it?
it's got Peter Cushing.
Peter
still in
Cushing.
it.
Uh huh.
So I can still do my research because the whole thing is like I'm researching how to kill Dracula.
Oh.
Because Peter
Interesting.
Cushing as Van Helsing is like a huge inspiration to me.
Yeah,
Of course.
Because he's this fucking stone cold badass. He's amazing.
I love him.
And yeah, and he's hot.
It's Peter Cushing, but no Christopher Lee at that point. I believe he had bowed out.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I have more important projects to make. I'm going to be in Star Wars.
Have you heard of Count Dooku?
Peter
You
Cushing's
will.
like, not before I do.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm going to do Star Wars before you.
Was their entire career just like, did they literally just play against each other in movies, like wrestling matches? Just like, oh, I'm gonna get over in this one, Peter. It's like, no, you won't. I'm taking the belt home tonight, Christopher.
Oh my god.
I think I did research this actually.
Yes, I
And they
remember.
were like
Yeah.
besties.
Oh, cool.
They were.
Yeah. There's like a really cute thing. I think Christopher Lee talks about it. He wrote a memoir and he talks about it a bunch. But like there's some story about them getting kicked out of a movie theater because they were laughing too hard at like a Looney Tune. And they got thrown out because they were being too rowdy. These two like adult men.
Oh,
Also, Christopher Lee used to hunt Nazis.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did that. Daffy, you old cad.
you won't get away with that for long.
These,
Such a silly little duck.
God.
No, LB, that is one of my favorite facts. The Nazi hunting thing is one of my favorite facts about him, because there was one movie where he like was on the set, and it was like a World War II movie or something, or some kind of soldier movie. And the director was like, okay, when you cut his throat, this happens. And he's like, no, that's not what it's like. And they're like, what? It's like, no, when you cut their throats, they just kind of like go limp and it's over.
Yikes.
Uh-huh.
Oh, there's Lord of the Rings. That's so
Lord of the
fucking,
Rings.
that's so intense. Like, oh, okay. And also, he was like so tall too.
Uh-huh.
Is this like 6'4" man telling you like, no, this is actually what it's like when you slit someone's throat? I remember from when I killed Nazis.
From the
It's like,
war.
oh shit! All right.
When I did secret missions, because all of his missions are like still sealed, I think.
Yeah. Like, okay. But yeah, he and Peter Cushing and I guess like Vincent Price were all homies, like really tight.
Oh, that's cool.
But yeah, Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing, like the main British guy duo.
Yeah, they were great. I miss them.
Yeah.
Genuinely. Oh!
Same.
Okay.
Oh yeah, remember? Yeah, they all have these like they all have the same birthday almost.
I just kicked that pipe so hard the shockwave went through him and broke his back.
This I mean, I get why this is fun.
Yeah, okay. Now that I'm back in it, I'm like, oh yeah, F.E.A.R. This game was so good. People pointed out too, like the ladder animations and the ladder slides. Like doing ladders in video games is often very hard, and that was like state of the art for the time.
Have either of you watched any good horror recently?
Let me see. I mean, like, oh yeah, I watched Parents on Sunday. I think I talked about that on the Bloodborne stream. Is it Longo?
It's Longo. Albie, he's here.
Oh my god.
That's Longo. That's Christopher Hemsworth.
Amazing.
Longo returns.
Also, that's the
Yeah.
name of the studio that made this game, and I think that's their address. Or it was in 2005. I have no idea what they are now.
I watched Parents. Did I talk about this on stream already?
I don't remember you talking about it on stream. I remember you tweeting about it.
Okay. Yeah, it was incredibly scary. I thought it was going to be like a kind of goofy 50s goof 'em up kind of thing.
Yeah.
but it's just Randy Quaid being like a very, very frightening man. And just Bob Balaban shooting from all of these weird like low angles and stuff, and it really communicates like the feeling of being a kid and like not being able to understand like the adult world.
Right.
So like for the first like 3/4 of the movie, it's like kind of unclear whether like this kid's parents are actually cannibals or he's just like imagining it.
Right. Do you want to spoil it? Are they cannibals?
They're cannibals, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're fucking cannibals.
That is
Cool.
That's like a really good fertile ground for horror, though, of like this idea of when you're a kid, you just implicitly trust adults and especially your parents, and then like having that trust turned against you is like really, really scary.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good movie. Bob Balaban directed it. It's the only movie I've seen of his that he directed. But I like him as an actor. So.
Who's he?
He's been in a lot of what's his name? Christopher Guest.
Yeah, like whenever there's like a guy who's like small and kind of mild mannered in a Christopher Guest movie, that's Bob Balaban.
And he's just like, well, I'm not sure.
He's in
He was in Seinfeld. He was the head of NBC.
Oh.
Who
he's
then
in
like
Altered State.
then goes crazy when Elaine dumps him and goes to join Greenpeace.
Oh, I remember the Greenpeace.
And then I think it's implied that he dies.
Oh. Do a lot of people die in Greenpeace?
I mean, I think he falls off a boat that's like going alongside like a whaling boat or something.
Oh. There's a lot of death in Seinfeld, huh?
There's a fair amount, yeah.
More than you would kind of like think for a Jerry Seinfeld sitcom.
It was a fucked up show. It wasn't like your classic sitcoms. It was like, what if everyone was fucked up?
Oh, like this room! Like the big blood room! Oh, there's a skeleton inside the blood!
That's a blood skeleton.
Classic blood skeleton behavior. Okay, I am.
Skeleton's like, help me get this blood off me!
Do you have like a rag or anything? I don't have pockets, I'm a skeleton!
It's gotta suck.
Not having pockets?
No pockets.
Yeah. People, thank you for the follow, Rwenji. People always talk about like things being like too big for pockets, and it's like a very weird thing for me because everything fits in my pockets. My pockets are so big.
You live a large pocket lifestyle.
Yeah, I'm a large pocket person, you know? Like, I think, you know, when they make clothes, if you get the bigger stuff, the pockets are just bigger, too. So, like, a Nintendo Switch, that'll slide into most of my pockets.
Damn.
That's amazing.
The dream.
Yeah. That like, reflection off the water is, like, really good.
Yeah.
I wish I'd known that this game basically needed mods to run properly these days, because I would have installed some of those so we would be seeing it in, like, much better light. But I was talking to Elby. I was saying that after we are done with Halloween, we'll probably come back and play through some of these horror games that we picked up along the Scare Tactics tour.
Oh, Scare Tactics. That's good.
That's a
I
good
like
one.
that.
Yeah.
It's a good name.
Remember Scare Tactics?
What is that a thing?
It was a reality TV show on the Sci-Fi Channel in like the early 2000s.
Oh no, I just know it as like a phrase.
Like a phrase. Gotcha.
But what was the reality show? Did they just was it like Fear Factor?
No, it was like Candid Camera, but they would like pretend, they would like make people think that, oh, you're on a trip in the woods with your friends and you're getting abducted by aliens, and or Bigfoot is coming and he has a fucking knife, or this weird doctor has cut out part of his brain and he's actually a serial killer and he's about to kill you.
Wow.
I don't want to be on that.
That's fucked up.
It was the first season or two was hosted by the charmed lady who left early.
Shannon Doherty?
Shannon Doherty, that's the one.
So good at knowing who people are.
Yeah.
Wow.
A lot of questions about Bigfoot with a knife in the
Yeah,
chat.
I was wondering about that. Like, why would Bigfoot need a knife? He doesn't need a
It'd be
knife.
scarier.
He would be scarier.
I think Bigfoot's perfect as is.
Oh,
I don't think
yeah.
Bigfoot needs a knife.
Hey,
That's
Bigfoot? Any Bigfoots listening to this? You're valid.
You're perfect just the way you are.
No, that show, like, they did, I feel like they went pretty outside the box with some of the weird fucking fucked up things that they would try to make people think were happening to them. It actually makes me think of, like, if you were to make a horror movie now about, like, the crew of that show trying to, like, pull this on somebody and then them getting murdered because they're assholes, that would probably be a pretty good horror movie.
Mm.
That seems like a very doable found footage horror movie.
Totally, yeah. Chipmunk says, every time they do the reveal, like, are you scared? You should be, because you're on scare tactics, and then point at the camera. They did do that. I remember at one point, one of the people they scared told Shannon Doherty that he really missed her on Charmed.
That's fantastic. I bet she hated that.
She, if I remember correctly, it has been about 20 years since I saw this episode of a very short-lived Sci-Fi Channel reality show, but she seemed very awkward at the time.
It's a really they just made a show out of anything then, huh?
Oh yeah,
They were just trying it all.
nobody could stop them. I want to say, God, was it like, there might be some lineage there with that, like, show where they would make the masks, where they would see, like it was the show about people breaking into, like, the practical effects industry, like making cool masks and stuff.
Oh, I think those still exist.
The TV show.
Yeah, my mom watches that kind of stuff a lot. Like the entire output of Discovery or like TLC or whatever.
Yeah.
When around Halloween, it's just that.
Nikki showed me a bunch of those while I was at their place in Providence. A bunch of those channels and shows and stuff, just like showing me like, hey, look at this. This is fucking wild. Look at this.
TV.
This is what TV looks like. And it's the fucking quintuplets parents or whatever have their own television empire. And like, what are you talking about? And sure enough.
Yeah, of course they do. Yeah.
You know what I really want to watch again? A thing where the guy told you how magic happens.
Oh.
And it was like, hey, I know it. The
Secret reveal.
magicians of the world can't know who I am, so I have to wear a mask.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Magician.
that was the best. I loved that. My grandma was obsessed with it and
Oh,
would, like,
yeah.
Yeah.
watch it with me.
Do you remember, like, I feel like in the 90s and maybe into the 2000s, like, live TV magic specials were, like, a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was,
Oh,
like, a
absolutely.
thing people were into.
Yeah. I just watched, literally like 3 days ago for the first time, David Copperfield? Going through the Great Wall of China.
Oh, wow.
It's very stupid. it's like, we've set up cameras on both sides, and this camera will go over the wall while I go through, and they, like, set it up in this way where, like, they've got, like, a, magic, heartbeat monitor that they're like pointing inside the Great Wall of China to like make sure his like heart is still beating, and then at one point he gets like stuck in the wall because he's like coming through the wall because they put up like big like plastic sheets on the wall, and then you see his like face and mouth and hands pushing through like and then he like gets pulled back into the wall, and then his heartbeat goes away. They're like, oh no, is David Copperfield dead? And then he comes through. The wall got him. He got wall hacked.
Oh my god.
That's what that means.
I watched some of the Chris Angel guest hosting WWE episode of Raw.
Uh-huh.
And he just like pulls some stuff out of his face in front of the Bella twins, and they're like, "That's really gross."
Angel, please leave that stuff inside your face.
Don't do that.
Ew. It's really good.
I've kind of I will be honest about Fear real quick. I've kind of lost the plot in what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm fighting these clones. They're bad. No good. No good
Are they
clones.
just like all being controlled by Paxton Fettle?
Yes, they have like no brains of their own. I don't think.
Oh, okay.
Paxton is just like there's a scene right at the beginning of the game where they're all just standing stock still, heads hung down, and then Paxton like takes them over, and they all just like all like activate.
Oh fuck. Okay, somebody mentioned the Statue of Liberty vanishing trick, and I was like, how'd that happen? So I just Googled it and clicked the first link, and like, here's how David Copperfield made the Statue of Liberty vanish is like a doctors hate him weird like virus website.
Great. But the one with the Great Wall of China, at the very least, was like it's all on camera, so it's like, well, it's easy to fake at that point because it's just like you just put the camera in the right place and then move it. Like they're pumping in Foley of his heart beating. Like they're
Right.
It's all fake at this point. It's not impressive. It's not. That was the thing to me. It was just like, wait, was this all David Copperfield does? Because this is not like good stage magic. This is boring.
That's why it's got to be on TV. So wait, so there's the guy is controlling all these clones,
Yes.
and you're attacking them.
Yes.
Because why?
He's a cannibal and has started blowing stuff up and killing people. And he's using the clones to help him.
And what are you? Who are you?
I am the Point Man. Is that Nikki?
Was that Nikki?
One second.
Oh,
Oh no, it's Mary's roommate.
got it.
It's Nikki in someone's home.
Did Nikki come in behind me? Chad, can you look at my camera? Is Nikki standing behind me right now?
That would be a great magic trick.
That would be good.
That would be a good trick. No, that was just my roommate.
Hi, Eric. Okay, I haven't come this way before because I haven't gotten that. But the fact that it's one of those makes me think that this is an optional area, which has me worried. Oh, did I come through here?
Lucky the Hyena, yeah, me too. I've seen way more of Breaking the Magician's Code than any actual magic shows. I don't think magic shows are that interesting, but I loved watching that shit, especially because my grandma was fucking nuts about it. She was like, this guy's so brave.
They'll kill
He
him.
has to wear a mask because they'll kill him.
Oh my god.
She totally believed it. Or she just wanted me to believe it. I don't know.
That would have been cool too. That's a good, like, grandma move.
She was like really bad at being a grandma though, so I kind of doubt it.
Oh no.
That's fine. She didn't want to do it. R.I.P. Queen. You did great, considering you never wanted kids so many, and you had so many, and then they had ones.
Oh yeah. It's kind of the classic pattern, you know?
But yeah, I really did believe that that man was in danger, and that like magicians were so vicious as like that they were really gonna, and like I think I believed that until Arrested Development like did all the magician jokes. I was like, wait a second, no, this is I think more what it is.
This is silly.
Yeah,
I shouldn't respect them at all.
that's what Arrested Development
I
taught
certainly
me.
shouldn't fear them, and I definitely shouldn't respect them.
Fear, extreme, and respect. No.
Would you rather people fear you or love you? Easy. I want them to be afraid of how little they love magicians.
Does Chris Angel still do shows? Probably.
I don't think you just like stop being the mind freak.
Yeah, you can't. I think you need to pass that on. To
Yeah.
someone
It's not
else,
like
you get to
walk
just
away
stop.
from.
It's like the Undertaker's power, you know?
Hey,
It has to be
mister.
like passed on to a new host.
Mister, you're the mind freak, aren't you? That was a long time ago, kid.
He puts his little hat on top of the kid. It's like, you're the mind freak now.
I'm just Chris now. I take off the garbage. I left that life behind.
I think he still has a show at Planet Hollywood in Las Vegas.
Oh, that makes sense. A lot of celebrities, it's a situation where, like, whatever happened to this person? Oh, they got a job in Vegas, because that's just like a lifetime gig.
Yeah. You just do that forever.
Sorry, I was a little bit flustered there because I was actually getting my ass kicked a little bit, so apologies for the slow talking.
It's fine. They're here to watch Fear.
Mmm.
Have you ever seen that movie Fear with
Yes.
Reese Witherspoon and Mark Wahlberg?
Yes.
Why did he die like that?
We
Sometimes when you get shot, you're like, I gotta go out with one last very dramatic move.
Oh, Barrett, you were right about the robots.
oh yeah. Oh, they're already here?
What?
How far into the game are you?
This is level 3.
Silly.
Yeah, I remember the movie Fear. You mean the movie where what's his
Yeah.
name? Mark Wahlberg fingers Reese Witherspoon on a
It's a roller coaster.
roller coaster while the horses plays?
It's a cover of Wild Horses. Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yeah. how
I've
could I
seen that
forget?
movie so many times.
I've seen it twice. I've watched it once intentionally because I did a podcast episode on it. And once unintentionally when it was on in a hotel in Sweden and I didn't know what it was, and mostly just saw the last third of the movie when Mark Wahlberg is like sieging their fucking house.
Yeah. I've seen it like, I think 9 times with my mom and then once without my mom. And I'm like, it's not as fun. Remember now I'm not making jokes at this. She walked out of a movie. I don't know what it was. She walked out of a movie and then just like into whatever the next theater over was in the 90s and Fear was playing and that's how she saw Fear. And my mom is like a huge fan of the movie Fear.
Wow.
She thinks it's very funny and she gets
That movie is like, it's one of the ultimate dad movies because it's just like, if you just listen to your dad, none
Yeah.
of this would have happened. That's
The
the
power
moral
of
of that
dad.
movie is like, your dad is right.
yeah, the power of
Listen
dad.
to your dad.
Parents shouldn't be allowed to make art. That's kind of one of my stances.
Wait, who plays the dad again?
Wow. Oh, he's a guy. He's on. I think he was on like a TV show,
Yes. Yeah.
and he played like But yeah, he was famous for being like an America man on television after that, right?
Alan Thicke?
I'm gonna look it up. No.
Oh.
I'll look it up in a
Fear
second.
movie.
I have the best gun in the game right now, by the way. I finally got to it.
Wow.
Oh, it's the fucking guy from Manhunter. And CSI. William
Wait,
Peterson.
what? It's William Peterson?
Yeah, he's the dad.
The fuck? Okay, I have to rewatch that movie now. Because I just saw Manhunter and I love William Peterson now.
I have not watched Manhunter ever because I'm like, I can't watch a movie with the dad from Fear in it. I don't care how good
He's
it is.
young though. He's like
I
a
know,
young,
but it's
like
so
he's
silly.
Will Graham. He's like
I've seen that movie so many fucking times, Merritt.
I know, but
like-
you gotta give it. Manhunter's really good.
Okay.
Like I watched it like a week or two ago with Iris, and just like fucking ruled.
Yeah, it's on the Criterion channel. I'll watch it.
And you got what's his name is Hannibal, Brian Cox.
Yeah,
Brian Cox's Hannibal is great.
the great.
He's just like, I don't know, Will. I'm a big crime man, isn't it? I did a crime. I do
he
a
British?
crime. He's kind of British. I don't know.
This gun rules. I need to find more men.
Was it the RCP 90?
It is the, what is it, HV-25 Penetrator?
The HVAC?
The HVAC? I just need to find men.
Tell me about it.
Ugh.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, get a load of this. William Peterson, yeah.
They have a super high tech house in Seattle.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's Smart House.
Yeah.
Remember
They
Smart
use the
House?
Smart House against them.
Oh, really?
Or Evil Seed. Is that movie?
Demon Seed?
Or like the house.
Yeah, the house.
Evil-
And
Oh, like House.
No, like the house is like an AI or something.
yeah,
Hmm.
I think that's Demon Seed.
Demon Seed, yeah.
There's another The House is an Evil AI movie that isn't Smart House.
I think it's the yeah.
Let me just make sure it is. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, no, it's an AI.
Yeah.
If you ever want to see a movie about a house raping a woman for the
Oh,
whole movie,
Mm-hmm.
that's it. Boy, do I have the movie for you.
Smart House is not that wild.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're like,
no.
what if Smart House was just about a sexual assault?
Vincent,
That's what
Vincent
I want.
Vincent Canby described it as a gadget-happy American movie at its most ponderously silly.
All right.
So,
Demon Seed?
yep.
Hmm. Hmm.
Gene Siskel said that Julie Christie has no business in junk like Demon Seed.
Yeah, he was right.
Yeah.
I watched Don't Look Now for the first time this
Oh my
month.
god.
Oh, she's so good in that. She's so
God,
good.
she's so good.
That movie's so creepy.
It's incredible.
It's really, yeah.
The vibes are like off the charts in
Just
that
an
movie.
all vibes movie.
Like, it's just like, oh shit, like, and so people are like, oh yeah, no, horror movies today, they're just like so about like trauma and stuff, and it's so much more meaningful. I'm like, people have been fucking doing that.
Yeah.
That movie is just like about grief over their dead kid, as it's personified by a little person running around stabbing people.
Yep. Just, yeah. But like the creepiness of being in a city you don't know, the creepiness of
Yeah.
like being in a place where you don't speak the language and constantly getting lost because you're in Venice and the streets are made of water and there's
Mhm.
yeah. Oh, good stuff, good stuff.
Nicholas Roeg, just cool guy.
Yeah, kind of a champ of making those long shows, movies.
Yeah.
Mm.
He made some scary PSAs too.
Yeah?
Yeah, he made some PSAs around like the AIDS crisis and like their peak like 80s like just like huge text and like volcanoes going off and shit and just like AIDS, educate yourself now. Like they're, I mean, I guess appropriately upsetting, but upsetting.
I'm trying to think of it like okay. Okay, Don't Look Now was right before Man Who Followed Her. I didn't know which one was first. It's a mess here, Steven.
Yeah, it's not great. Well, that didn't work. I was trying to get that health upgrade in there, but that didn't work. I thought that throwing a grenade at the rat would maybe make the rat pick up the grenade and like carry it down a little hole, and it would roll down a slide and then knock over a bunch of books, and the books would fall over on a shelf like dominoes, and then the dominoes would touch off a match.
Interesting theory.
You have to impress the rat first with like a little
Oh.
like, and then you can get the rat to be your friend.
That's a good point. Yeah, I should have expected that. I should have expected the romance system to come into play.
Maybe like
What?
a side quest, a rat side quest. Like you have to save the rat's mom, who's also a rat, and then they do it, and the rat's like, okay, now I can trust you. Point face. What's your character's name?
Point man.
Point face.
Point face.
Point man.
I
Okay.
have point face.
Point face. Point face is also in our team. That's like he's kind
Yes!
of
Oh my god.
I
I was gonna say, I'm very excited for the new Point Face NFT coming out later this year. It's super, super cool.
Point face, Longo,
Platinum Man.
Platinum Man. This is the fanbite superhero team that we're gonna sell to Disney Marvel and make $25 billion.
No, I don't know if you know how this works, LB, but the people who make the characters don't get paid a lot by Disney Marvel.
We're gonna sell this to Disney Marvel and then die with not very much money in sadness. Right? That's how it happened. That's how it works, right?
That's more how it works, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of those people are just like done at Marvel and stuff like that, though, because they've just like realized that they will get paid pennies for creating characters that will make billions of dollars. So they're just like, well, I'll go work for Substack, and they will pay me a ton of money to kind of do whatever I want. I don't know if Substack is good. That probably not, but that's where a lot of Western comics creators are going right now and just getting paid.
Huh. Didn't they have some weird thing last year or like earlier this year? Oh, it was because they were like, oh, like they started paying people. But then they were like, oh, but we're not a publisher, we're a platform.
Oh.
And like the people, it doesn't like we're not like endorsing people, but it's like, well, you are giving like deals you are giving like sponsorship deals to people, so like you kind of are a publisher.
So they had like bad people on there, probably.
Yeah, they had I think Glenn was on there.
Everybody goes on there, right? All the jerks.
And then a bunch of people who should have known better were like defending it, and I was like,
For sure.
oh yeah, because you got
you got money?
20 grand or whatever from them. So
Substack is like the jerk store joke from Seinfeld, but it is actually the jerk store. That's where you can get all the jerks. Thank you. I'm here for this stream. Enjoying my comedy style.
A friend of mine is watching Seinfeld for what might be the first time right now.
What might be the first time?
I don't think he's ever seen it before.
Okay.
But
You're
he's
just not sure.
like he's live tweeting it. I'm not sure if he's seen it before.
I
It
thought
sounds like
he
he's
wasn't
not.
sure.
Oh, he wasn't sure? That would be funnier. And he's like, oh, I got to the pretzels thing. It's not that funny.
Wow.
Even though I say it all the time.
Those pretzels weren't making him thirsty for more Seinfeld.
No.
I don't think I've watched a Seinfeld since Seinfeld stopped airing.
Really?
And I watched basically the entirety of Seinfeld as it, well, at least
Yeah.
while it was on the air.
Wow.
So I was like a
definitely did not.
child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just mostly watched it in syndication.
Yeah,
and then,
same.
And then had some of the DVDs and stuff when I was like a teen.
Ooh.
And then I think
She's a real
couple years
Seinfeld
ago,
head.
I watched through most of it on Hulu. I don't know, like I still like it. A lot of it I still find good, but like it's one of those weird things that became like such a cultural fixation.
Yeah.
Like the Big
I like-
Lebowski.
Yeah.
I've just like really seen Seinfeld. I've really seen Seinfeld.
You've seen
I don't need
the
to.
dark side of the sign. The dark side of
just-
the spell.
The Dark Sign.
Like
The dark
the
side of
amount of time the amount of Seinfeld I watched at the time I watched it took up such a large percentage
Yeah.
of my life so far at that
Right.
point, that I'm like, I'm still not like, I'm still
You're
like
still
cooling
good.
off. Yeah, I'm still
Yeah.
good. I'm still like, I'm very Seinfeld
I
saturated.
get that.
I like seeing the screen caps. I'm similar with The Simpsons. Like the amount of Simpsons I watched as a kid. Even though I will watch some like I watched some like old Treehouse of Horror stuff last night. That sounds great. But yeah, I don't need to watch stuff I watch.
I mostly just watch Simpsons clips and like memes
Yeah.
on YouTube now.
Because that show was very funny and good.
Oh yeah, there's a great video.
But I can
by
do that.
Super Mecha Wolf or whatever that guy's name is. About just like how The Simpsons went from being like an incredibly transgressive, funny show to just like one of the worst things in culture.
Yeah. I should watch that. I love sadness.
Oh, here we go.
Whereas like I saw someone post this picture the other day that was like Simpsons in like 1991. Like Homer gets so depressed from losing his job that he considers suicide, but then joins a like labor movement to like keep the world like safer for like his friends and family or something. And then like Homer in like 2021, like Homer learns to floss.
Jeez.
Are those actual plots? Because I would believe
they
them.
were both screen caps. Yeah.
Great. I still one of these days should go back and watch some Simpsons. I've never watched very much of it. I watched like a little bit in like syndication, I think, but not much. And I've always been curious about it. My former boss, Kyle Orland, is a huge Simpsons fan.
Yeah, I feel like the main reason why I've like thought about the show as much as I had for the past few years is that I've been on Talking Simpsons like 4 or 5 times at this point. So that's like the only time I ever really go back and watch them, especially because they're on like Disney Plus now. I'm like, I'm not getting Disney Plus to watch The Simpsons. Like, fuck off.
The fact that you've been on that show so many times always makes me think that you're like a Simpsons like mega diehard.
Right, I know, it's kind of funny. I mean, I guess I used to be. It was like the thing when I was in high school. Like every joke, like just Simpsons references were just like the thing.
When I was in high school, it was very much like the in-jokes type stuff was just everybody watching Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Nice.
Really?
Oh yeah, it was huge.
That was like mostly a theater kid thing.
When I was in high school, everyone just was obsessed, was like really into Family Guy.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Peaked when I was in high school, I think.
Family Guy
There were
definitely
some things
picked
like
up
that.
around that time. This gun, this is why this is the best gun in the game. I just needed to get some close-up shots so everybody could see why this gun rules. Because every time you shoot a guy near a wall, he sticks to the wall. Mm-hmm.
There were like 2 other Monty Python kids at my high school. And there was me. And
Yeah,
those 2.
I think
And they both did theater tech. So I never spent any time with them.
Yeah, that's the classic.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I think most of the other kids who liked Monty Python in my school were like really irritating, and I think they were also theater people. I just happened to get introduced to it by like, well, because my family's British, so like,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and like I grew
They
up
give
with
you a
Fawlty
copy on the plane.
Towers. They give you a copy when you're born of my favorite comedian, Monty Python.
Uh-huh.
That was a great bit. What We Do in the Shadows.
Yeah.
I think I'm like 2 episodes behind, but God, that show's so good.
So good. The season's really good. I love them. We kept getting worried it wouldn't be good,
Yeah.
but it keeps being good. And I love
He's being
them.
good. And like I'm kind of surprised by like how close they've gotten to just basically admitting like the core ship of the show. And like not in a way that feels like queer baiting
or
really,
pandering or anything.
or
It's
pandering.
like,
It's just like they're just like, okay, we all like everyone sees this, right? Like it's just like common sense.
Yeah.
Steven, have you ever seen the show?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so basically there's one of the vampire characters is named Nandor, and he's like this old like European like a conqueror guy. And he has a familiar named Guillermo, and Guillermo basically like spends the first couple of seasons like being just like, oh, he's gonna make me into a vampire one day. And he's like, that's the whole thing with like the vampire society in this. It's like it's a huge scam.
Yeah.
Like, no one ever gets turned into a vampire as a familiar. It's just free labor. But like it's like pretty clear that like Guillermo is like has like they have a weird like relationship basically. And this season they've just had other characters like kind of comment on that, of just like a character's like, oh yeah, Nandor and his boyfriend should come over, or just like have scenes where the characters think that they're talking about each other romantically.
It's good stuff.
It's good.
Yeah, I need to get around to it at some point. I've heard enough people, I mean, mostly you two, tell me how great it is. I haven't been watching much of anything recently, so I just don't watch a lot of TV anymore, and I
Me
should.
neither. This is like the only show, one of the only shows I watch. Everyone's like, "Oh, you should
Yeah.
watch Midnight Mass." I'm like,
Yeah, Natalie and John were talking about a show called You the other day, and it was literally and it was like, oh, You season 3 is so good. And I'm like, there's a show called You, and it's up to 3 seasons.
It's got that guy from Gossip Girl in it, right?
"I look at the Gossip."
Oh, the Gossip Girl.
Spoilers for Gossip Girl, but yeah, it's got the Gossip Girl in it.
Wait, is it really him?
Yeah,
He's the Gossip Girl.
yeah, he's the Gossip
Yeah.
Girl.
I didn't know. I just guessed.
Wow, Steven unknowingly spoiled Gossip Girl.
And apparently
a
this
show that
other
is very
show?
old. No. The show, this
No.
other show isn't like The Secret is. The
No,
secret
no.
of You is that he is Gossip Girl.
No,
No.
LB, you don't understand. I've spoiled that he's in this show. I spoiled the casting, and like a lot of people
Okay.
were just fans of that actor and wanted to go into that show, and not know he was in it, and then be surprised when he showed up. You know?
I do love going into a show not knowing what. I love going into a thing not knowing anything about it.
It's fun.
That's like my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I went into Midnight Mass having no idea what it was about, other than it was spooky.
I am LB referring to the Marvel crazy people, though. If you missed that.
I mean, I usually just assume that there's just been some stupid blow up about something dumb
Okay,
like
cool.
that.
I can't believe
And-
you revealed that Camille Nanjiani's Kingo.
Wait, that's what Kingo is? Longo Kingo?
Yeah, Kingo's an Eternal.
And he's
I
And
think
everyone
he's
was upset?
Camille. I think Camille's Kingo.
I don't think that's what people were upset about getting
No,
spoiled. They were.
no.
It was
Tell me
Harry
about that.
Styles,
Harry Styles is in
Oh.
it?
I guess.
What?
I don't know.
That's so stupid. What a stupid world.
Sorry to spoil that. For this massive spoiler that the casting of Eternals, because that was the thing is like people revealed like, oh, this guy's been cast, and people were like, how dare you spoil the Eternals by saying this person has been cast in the movie?
Mm-hmm.
There was also some people out there getting very mad about oh god, what was it? I'm trying to worrying about my health completely broke my brain and I just lost my thought.
Oh, your in-game health.
My
right?
in-game health. Oh, my real world health is fun
Does
and
that mean
fancy
Harry
free.
Styles' steroid cycle is incoming? I kind of doubt it. And I think he's probably smart enough not to do that. I feel like that would alienate a lot of his like core fan base. Because he's already like a sex object. He doesn't need to do a Camille and just fucking shoot up full of juice.
Did that really happen?
Well, Camille?
Camille?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh my
like
gosh,
every
you were-
Marvel, like
I don't
if
follow
you-
this stuff at all.
Well, it's like a kind of open secret at this point. Like, you can't make a human body look like that in that short span of period of, like, of time
Without the
without
juice.
steroids. Without
Okay.
juice, yeah.
And there's a certain level of like, there's a certain kind of buffness associated with that like we want to see in those movies. That is for most people impossible to do without steroids.
Yeah.
I love. Okay, I didn't want to interrupt you, but I was like just thinking like what we want to see. It's like maybe some people, but I just saw 99 Potions this week, and Natalie said Emmett Selk should just stop slouching, and I shouted no.
I meant we like
the
we,
collective.
the
Yeah.
collective audience viewers.
I'm trying to remember what the other thing people were mad about is. I know there was the thing about like I was talking about this with Funke on last night's Hollow Knight stream, but there was definitely like something of like people going around like, hey, this is what the original Eternals comic looked like, and people replying to it just being like, this is utterly indecipherable, this is garbage, terrible, terrible, and it's like Jack Kirby, who's like one of the greatest pop artists of like all time, and like some of his really great big splash pages and stuff, and people are like, oh, it's just a bunch of like colors on screen and shapes. Like, what are you doing here? It's like, I can't even tell.
Colors and shapes. I hate
It's
it.
just colors and shapes. Like, what? It's trying to communicate some kind of what? This collection of colors and shapes is supposed to represent a human?
What?
Fuck you.
It's like a baby getting angry and like looking at a mobile. Like, what the fuck are those? A circle? How dare you?
Why would you
What do
do
you
this
mean
to
that
me?
truck goes down the street? Sorry.
I'm sorry. This is not a particularly spooky game, but I did just hear like my door creak open, like the
Yeah, that
"Are you
was
afraid of the
very-
dark?"
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was wondering where that was.
It sounded like that aim Foley, like from Alien the Messenger, when somebody would like, if you had those sounds turned on.
It was Ramba coming in, opening my
To
door
make
with
trouble.
his nose to make trouble, little troublemaker.
Like I heard we were talking about colors and
I'm up
shapes.
to no good.
He's like, I love Kirby Crackle.
I love colors and shapes.
He does. It has gotten cold out here for the first time in a good long while, like seriously cold. Just in time for Colette to get here. Colette just like texted me earlier today. It's like the first thing that she said to me today was just like, "It's so cold here. How do you live?"
Oh, no.
Colette is from Detroit,
I know.
a very cold place.
It's not like warm. It was like 45 degrees out here this morning, I think, when she texted me that.
Oh my god.
And because it's gotten cold out, I've turned on my heat again, and so Ramba wants to go sit in front of the heater on the floor.
Typical.
It's right next to my desk, but the heater's not actually on right now, so he's just like, "What the fuck?" And he's like leaving now.
This was warm before.
Why isn't this warm anymore? I'm gonna try and get to like some other. Oops, I almost quit without saving. That wouldn't have been good. I'm gonna get to like one more big set piece explosion type thing, and I might call it.
Yeah, sure.
Just because this game is not the most technically impressive piece of work. Well, technically impressive, yes. Technically polished for 2021, not so much. Pull that up. Okay. Reloading it. But I do get to see this menu every time I do it. It's very good. There we go.
Good menu.
Ooh. Okay. I wasn't sure how bad the fall damage was, and now I know. Oh, what a game. Alright. I still... this game does have, like, atmosphere, though. This game's, like, got a vibe that I really appreciate. There is something... Oh, wait. Is this the fucking... Well, we'll find out. There's something cool about, like, the idea of, oh, these big, jacked military dudes of the era of games where it was just, like, nothing but big, jacked military dudes all the time. Coming into a big room and then just, like, getting vaporized because they're fighting ghosts. I think I just went backwards, didn't I? Bivil says, Detroit is cold, but not Fargo cold. It's good to know. To see people in the chat having responded to the door opening behind me and the... Robin, did you find a blankie? Did you find a blankie? Nope. I will say that this game has maybe not super heavily... has not super well aged with, like, signposting.
Right, yeah.
This is like the 4th time I've gotten lost.
Oh, dear.
There's no map as far as I know. Okay. Must be going the right way because I hear dudes. I heard dudes. No, I've been through here too, but where were the dudes? I saw dudes. I heard dudes. I was promised dudes. That's a big circle. That's just a big circle. Okay, I can hear them in my headphones off to this side. That's a grenade I never picked up, but the grenades are full. Walking. Nope, I'm right back where I fucking started. Ah! Okay. We need a cat cam episode. I don't know where Ramba went. I'd pull him up on screen. Normally, he makes it pretty easy for me because he'll just jump on my desk and start trying to chew on cords. Not an option.
Maybe just like a second camera.
A second camera.
Needs to get you a second camera to just like train on your cat at all times.
That sounds like a great idea, Elby.
I have my moments.
You have lots of moments.
Oh, thank you. I wasn't fishing there.
No, you didn't have to be. I'll just compliment you any day of the week. Doesn't matter.
Aw, Steven.
Of course.
I want a cat.
Cats are great. I hate them.
I'll never know.
Really? Oh, you allergic?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like mildly allergic, but I get by.
When they tested me, they said you're as allergic to cats as a human being can be.
Okay, well that's maybe worse than me then.
Yeah. I had a neighborhood cat I really liked when I was in high school, and I'd sit on my front steps, and the cat would come and we cuddle, and I'd just kind of get hives.
Oh.
And then when the hives, like, when it got like really bad, I'd go inside and take some Benadryl.
That's no good.
And pass out. It was really cute.
Yeah, that is the eternal struggle with cats a lot of the time.
Yeah, very cute.
They can get away with a lot of stuff, including almost giving you anaphylactic shock.
Yeah. Because it's so cute.
Yeah, because so cute. There's an episode of Garfield and Friends about this exact thing.
Really? About Garfield being so cute that he almost killed someone?
Kind of. I mean, it's probably the closest that Garfield and Friends ever got to that sort of concept. There was an episode that was like almost like a Treehouse of Horror, actually, for Garfield and Friends, where it was like Garfield basically explaining, oh, cats are all aliens sent to Earth to basically enslave humanity. And the way that they do that is we all have these like remote controls that make this sound that goes brr, 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 anytime we're in trouble or the humans suspect us of doing anything, and then they're like, "Oh, little kitty's so cute," and they just leave you alone.
What are you talking?
That's, I guess, from Garfield.
Garfield?
The Garf's Field,
Garfield and Friends, yeah. The famous cats are actually aliens subplot.
So Lorenzo Music was like, cats all have a remote control that makes noise that controls human brains.
Where are you? What? What the? What? 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 What?
Is this why when it becomes a horror game?
I guess so, because I'm getting shot through walls and don't know where to go.
This is good. This is a good horror game now. I didn't really understand how this was horror before, but now it's all the lights. Oh wait, no, it's not. It's normal again. I thought like you were on the wall, walking on the wall or something.
No, that does kind of happen at various points. I was walking on a ceiling earlier. What? So there's guys who can see me, so that must mean that's the direction to go, but there's no door, and they're shooting me through the wall.
It's a puzzle. Maybe it's like a Zelda puzzle, and you have to like move stuff around, and then it'll open.
Maybe there's
No,
some, like...
it probably isn't.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know. You played this game. I'm just saying words.
Yeah, I beat this game like 5 times when I was a kid. I played it a lot. I was like way into horror games like this when I was a kid, even though I was like deathly afraid of horror games. I played like this and Doom 3 and The Suffering and Ghost Hunter. But I guess it was also like an era of horror games where horror games were all basically just like action games that had spooky elements like this.
Mm.
They didn't really. It wasn't until like 2010 with the Amnesia: The Dark Descent where I feel like horror as like a disempowerment fantasy kind of came back in vogue.
Mm-hmm.
This has to be the wrong way because I went up that ladder and then he placed those mines. So this has to be wrong, right? Like this has to be incorrect. Yeah, this is incorrect. Ah! Well, if we can't get any progress here, I might call this in a minute. You know, kind of a throwback to the Skyrim stream that I famously ended because it was boring.
Sergeant Butt says it's fun watching this and remember getting stuck in the same place 18 years ago.
Aww.
That's actually super cute. I like that. It also makes me feel better knowing that this is a place that other people have been stuck in.
I'm sure I was stuck here too back when I played this.
I probably was as well. So I didn't use walkthroughs really for games like this ever. It was just never occurred to me to try it. Is it down there? Do I go into this water? Nope. I'm sure I've passed every single one of these passages like 87 times on stream. People have seen it happen. Okay, yeah, I'm going backwards past. This is where I jumped down that one time. There was a man here. He's gone now because I killed him. Do I blow up the... Do I have to blow something up, maybe? No. Do I have to turn one of these valves? This valve? No. Up the ladder? No, because that's just back up to here. I don't need any of these bullets. There's no guys. Is there a button up here to extend a bridge? No, I've already been over here. Try the ultimate walkthrough. No clip, says Oishi in chat. Wait, is that a door? No. Right. No. Nope. Wait, what? No, that's nothing. Oh, that does look like real-time terrain deformation over there.
Yeah, it seems to be.
Oh, wait, no. I thought those barrels were a vent. Classic mistake. Classic switcheroo. More games need maps, says Bivol. Yeah, I agree with that. The Death's Door is a game that came out this year that I like a lot, and I think I would like about at least 80% more if it had a map. Well, I think one more memory leak has taught me that this is maybe time to end it here on the scariest note of all, uncertainty. Thank you all for sticking around and watching with us on another Halloween Scream stream. I don't know what to call it. I don't have a name. Scare Tactics is good. Nobody's using that. Shannon Doherty's not going to sue us.
Nope.
It also fits with the Hardship Troopers theme. Interesting. All right. Well, we'll be back tomorrow with some Merit Souls, I believe, if that's correct. Thank you so much, Merritt. Thank you so much, Elby, for being around on this here F.E.A.R stream. You can find us at all the different links down there. Now, has the link shell URL been fixed? Is my question. I don't even see it in there. You can go to thelinkshell.com is kind of our newest thing. If you like Final Fantasy XIV at all, we've launched a new vertical, or we're in the midst of launching a new vertical right now that you can go check out for that sort of stuff. And I've been writing a lot for that. You can find me on Twitter at Steven Strum. You can find Merritt on Twitter at MerrittK. You can find LB on Twitter at HunkTears. And I will be back next Thursday. Until then, be good.